Hello everybody, it's Saturday and today's the 20th of February, so we have reached a 3-week milestone in the 100-day project. Thank you and welcome to my channel. Thanks so much to everyone that has subscribed. I sincerely appreciate it. Please, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the 100-day project. I know that it's a very ambitious goal, but nonetheless, where are we if we don't set goals, right? So, with that being said, today I want to start a project, and I say start because I don't really know how long it's going to take me to complete this. So, we may have to finish up tomorrow. I'm not sure. So, this project is totally inspired and created by MJ Reyes at My Paper Journey. I will link her channel and her video for this in the link for all of that in my comment section of this video. So this is a test run that I did. It's not done by any means, but just to give you an idea, it's a little file folio, I guess, with a mini journal inside of it. This flips up. There's 2 pockets here, a pocket here. I mean, pockets can change. You can make side tucks, belly bands, whatever you want to do. On my little test run, this is what I've done. So I have a pocket here. This flips open. I have a pocket on the inside cover. This is where the mini journal goes in. A pocket here. A pocket here. This closes. On the back side, you have a big pocket and another pocket here. So, I'm going to start this by showing you the guts of this. And I can't remember what she refers to this as. I'm not sure. But we'll just call it a folio. Just because my brain can't comprehend and remember everything. So, basically you can make this out of one file folder. That's the premise of it. I probably won't. But anyway, that's the premise. So you start by taking your file folder and do I have this? No? Alright. Let me start my timer first of all so I don't run out of video. And from this edge you cut at 6 1/4 inch. Go. Set this aside because we will use that. Then from this fold, I believe her video called for 6 1/4 from this line. I'm cutting mine to 5 1/2, and I will show you why. Here's the piece that we just cut, right? This is a poor example. Well, if I cut at 6 1/4, it's going to bring this piece almost to the little gusset there for this flap. I wanted mine down further for this pocket, so I'm cutting mine at 5 1/2. You may want to cut yours at the 6 1/4 mark, see if you like where it fits, and then you can always adjust accordingly. So on mine, I'm going to go from this mark and do 5 1/2. Keep this piece because you can use it as a pocket, of course. Then I'm going to set this aside for a moment. I'm going to go to the other part of the file folder that we cut off. And on this, and I just noticed this file folder is different. It has different gussets here, or score marks. Well, I'm going to cut this from this fold. I'm going to cut 5. Ooh, that's why I didn't want this. Let me move this. Let me break out a different cutter. Where the break is in that cutter, it messes with my mind when I get between over 5.5 and 6 inches in there. There's no marks because of the way the thing folds up. So, grab the wrong one. Confused myself there for a second. Alright, so from the fold, I'm going to cut 5 3/4. Okay, first of all, we're going to cut this apart at the fold. So on that line there, we're going to cut that piece of the folder apart. From this fold, or the end, I'm going to cut 5 3/4. And on this end, I'm going to cut 6 1/4. So I have this piece with the scored portion, and this piece just cut at 6 1/4. Let me get rid of the cutters. Those out of our life. Here we go. And let's bring over the score board. Alright, so on our first piece with the tab, we're going to score, I have to open that, from this edge, not the top of the tab, but this edge. We're going to score at 2 1/4 and 2 1/2. Let's see. We just made our little gusset here for this to flip down. Now, I don't need the scoreboard anymore. Get that out of the way. So now we have these 3 pieces and these cut-offs that I'll throw over here. This piece I'm going to fold This is going to create, well, let me just show you. This is going to be attached on the back here. This is going to open, and this is basically the spine where you're going to put your little journal. So I'm going to set that aside. On the first file folder, this becomes a big pocket. Becomes this pocket here, and you basically will just glue it down. I would recommend, well, I'm going to show you this process, and let me just explain something. I'm going to show you I'm going to glue everything down so you have the bones of this. The only reason I'm making this point is when you actually create yours, if you do, I would suggest that you place your covering before you do that. Cut your notches out before you glue down. When I assemble mine, which I'll do, I want to do my covering before I start gluing down, just for those reasons. And because I may decide to use some fabric and some stitching, I don't know yet. I'm still in the debate process. I have like 7,500 different ideas, but that's what I would recommend. But to get you to that point, and for this to make sense, let me go ahead and proceed with this. So Thursday, Thursday, we were told that it would start snowing and snow through Friday, but we would get an accumulation of 1 to 3 inches based on where you are in the state. Well, it continued to snow all day Friday, all night Friday night. This morning, it finally quit snowing, I don't know, in the last hour or so, maybe the last 2 hours. We probably got 6 inches of snow. So we went from 1 to 3 to a minimum of 6 inches. My husband went out to shovel, which when he got home from work last night, he shoveled what bit was out there, just to, have a heads up on it, because we were expecting it to stop. And then this morning, it was like craziness. Just craziness. And I don't know if it was last week or the week before, we were supposed to get this horrendous storm. I mean, businesses closed down at noontime. We probably got maybe 4 inches, I would guess. But anyway, just complaining about the weather. So this piece with the scored edge, from the file folder, we're just going to glue this. This section here. To the back. And you're going to want to, this piece is smaller, as you can see. So you want to try to center it. Let me make sure that's my front. I need to go this way. So we're going to try to center as best you can. And just glue that fold to the fold. And I'm horrible at centering. That's pretty good for me right there. So we're just gluing this down. And as you can see, let's try to get this straighter. Yeah, that's good. There's my little spine area for the small journal. So we'll go back to the back side. And let me pause you just for a second. My husband just came in. Maybe, maybe not. No, he's going back out. So this piece, you're going to, this is the second piece, the second part of that second file section of the file folder. We're going to, it gets glued to the back here and creates this pocket. Once again, well, you know I'm going to cover mine and assemble as I go. But if you want your little notch, put your notch in. And when I was watching MJ's video, she gave a perfect suggestion, I thought. Like on her little notches, she was being specific, or, you know, being cautious about where she was putting those notches. And she chose to put one to the side because she's going to have a little side pocket here. So you might want to give that some thought too. Just saying. I thought that was a really good hint. You know, real good advice there. Because I think for me, my first inclination is to automatically put that in the center. So I'm just going to glue this down. And that's going to reinforce where we attached the section that the spine is getting sewn to. Okay, so this is the bones, right? Now where you can get creative, of course, is you can use these pieces that we've cut off of the file folder to make, you know, pockets. You may want a side pocket, as I mentioned, or, you know, a belly band, whatever you want to do, however you want to place your pockets on the inside. You could have another, you know, another side pocket here or up here, whatever you want to do. This is where the book goes. You might want to have a pocket inside there, or a side tuck, or a belly band, and the same on the front. So that is the base for this. The next decision, I guess, is what type of papers you want to use, or how you want to cover it, where you want pockets, or that type of thing, you know, tucks, pockets, belly bands, whatever. And then, you know, covering it and filling it with ephemera. I think that this, and when I made my little prototype, I had wrong measurements in my head, so this one looks different, as you can see. This one, the actual part that holds the book, is more narrow. Mine, I cut my file folder right in half, so it made this all the same size. When I scored here, I scored from the top of my tab rather than this section when I did that 2 and 2 and or 2 1/4 and 2 1/2. So mine's a little bit different, this one, by accident. Sheer accident. But anyway, the possibilities, as you can see, are endless. I think this would be so nice, once it's finished, to send as a friend mail, you know. How nice would that be to receive that? You could fill it with ephemera, decorate it up. And the other thing you need to give some thought about is your closure, if you want a closure. You know, so that's why I recommend, after you get your pieces cut out, don't start assembling until you give things some thought. You might want to start covering some pieces before you actually glue it together, and it makes it more difficult for you to achieve what you want. So with that being said, I'm going to end this now, and then I will come back. I will join videos together. I'm going to get I'm going to make up I'm going to make some decisions on how I want to cover mine. And I'll be back. Okay, I am back. I went ahead and I just randomly chose papers out of a paper stack. It's one of my favorite paper stacks from Hobby Lobby. I just picked random papers that I'm going to cover mine with. I've cut out everything. As you can see, I have inked. I decided on my pockets and cut out the papers for that as well. So I'll go ahead and start mine. Now, one thing I am going to do, I'm going to stitch around the perimeter of mine. So I'll show you as we go along. But anyway, this is what I'm doing. Not saying this is how you have to do it, because everyone has their own take on things. I have an idea, and if I am able to, tomorrow morning, I'm going to do it, which is a take on this in a different way. Well, a similar but different way. So what I want to first do is, as you see, I have not glued all of my pieces together yet. So I'm going to start sort of in order, because that's sort of how I have my papers. I'm going to try to use glue stick. I don't know how it's going to work, but it should be fine. I've had issues with glue lately, and I'm running low on my glitter glue, and I don't know if I can order it in the winter. I'm assuming I can, but I'm sort of hoarding what glitter glue I have. I'm going to stand up for this because I always get my papers on crooked. And I don't care. Well, I can bring that up higher, I can see. I thought I cut this a little bit smaller than... Let's see, find my card here. I guess I could just, why not? I'll just go right on the cardboard or the file. This has taken me some time to do this. So you don't have to thank me. It would have been painful. It would have been a very painful process to watch. Quite honestly, I'll probably fast forward this portion of it. Alright, so I'm going to set this aside for now. That's going to be my flap on my front. I'm going to go, this is going to be my inside pocket, but I have not glued it down yet. So my inside pocket, I am going to put this piece in here. Yeah, it's highly unlikely that I will have this completely finished today. It's already 2 p.m. and I've been working on this for hours. And then by the time you upload and download and all that with the videos, that takes time. And so it may be tomorrow morning that I'm able to put the final touches on. Now that's going to be Yeah, I decided I was going to put my paper sideways. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this one down. I guess I didn't have to ink that. Here. Getting pretty low, aren't I? So that is going to be my pocket, and I want to sit on that for a second because I want to think out where my pocket for this page is going and where I want to do my hole punch. So that this is the inside flap, and I decided I was going to have these two match. Don't know why. That's just the determination I made. As you can see, this is a file folder that's being recycled. I have a ton of them. Okay, so that's going to be the pocket on the inside. Then I'm going to go to, let's see, the back side. I'll go ahead. This is going to be, think about this. This is going to go this way. This, yeah, this piece is going here. Oops. Tried to be a little bit organized to make this part of it go quicker. See, this is going to go on here for the pocket. I can't attach it until I do this, but I'm going to go ahead and cover this with this, I think. Yeah. This piece, for some reason, was a little bit difficult for me to cut out. Try to figure out how I want it. I think this way. There are so many options with this little thing, and I think that's what was a little bit overwhelming to me when I was trying to decide what I was going to do for this video, you know, with how I was going to cover it, because I have a, well, hopefully I'll be able to get it done in the morning, so that when I come back and show you how I finish this up, I can show you the other idea I had, which I think would be, in my mind, really cute. You know, sometimes you have these ideas and then as you start doing them, You're like, that wasn't such a good idea. But I think it will work. It should. Just depends on me. I know this paper's a little bit funky, so I'm trying to, yeah, that's fine. MJ, in the video I saw that where she made hers, she used wallpaper, a wallpaper, you know, digital. It was gorgeous. And Taylor, I'll link her link. I'll put her link in the comment section of this. I'm definitely going to visit her site and order some of that paper. It's gorgeous. But I thought, I don't want to use the same papers as MJ. I'm already copying her idea. So that's going to go there. This, oops, needs to hook on there first. Alright, so that's where I am at this point. Then, with my pockets, I think I have these in order too, yeah. Wanted to see if yeah, pretty much the same size. I'm going to put this, I think, here. I need to cut that down a little bit. How does that happen? I just want to know. How does that happen? Yeah, I need to cut that down a little bit. That's going to be on my front. I'm going to have a side pocket. Then on the front inside, I think it's this one. Yeah. Make sure I'm using all the right ones. Oh, my glue. We ate lunch a little while ago. And I almost didn't eat because I was like, if I eat, I'm going to get so tired. I've been up since, I have a hard time sleeping. And I was up at 4 o'clock this morning. And then I try to be quiet so my husband can sleep. So I get up, make coffee, and I usually watch YouTube videos then on my iPad, so I'm quiet. Let him sleep. Where was that going? This is going on the inside pocket. Can't remember. I was going to do it this way. I'm going to put that way. Then on this big pocket, is that the big pocket? Yep. I just decided on this one to go ahead and use the file folder. Plus, I had cut this out a couple different times, trying different things, so I had extra file folder. So what I didn't have size-wise, I had the file folder for. And then the extra file folder I just put in my scrap drawer. on here, I think. Haven't, yeah, this way. This way. I did decide that. And then this one is going on the back down here. Using this glue to its fullest. It's a little bit crooked. No one. No one said it had to be perfect. Alright, so that's going on the back. Now, decision I have to make here real quick, so I don't bore you to death, is I'm going, yeah, I need to do some stitching, because I want to stitch around this. I think I'm going to stitch, I haven't decided if I'm stitching around the pockets or not. I'll figure that out off camera. But I want to, let me see, this one, now these aren't marked, so this is going to be a farce. That's going outside. This was going on here. I'm just going to paper clip these because that's going to be an issue for me. Yeah, I was going to put this one here, and as a result, I'm going to use MJ's little design tip and make my, do I want that to be a big one or a small one? I might get my 1-inch punch and do that. Well, that seems awfully small. I will use this one. I'll just make it like a 1/3. Yeah. Okay, so that's going to go there. I just want to paper clip these because everything was marked, but now I've covered all the markings. And then on the back side, I need to determine where was this going. This is going on the bottom, so I can do that one in the center. Or approximate center for me, because I'm not going to measure this. And I'll go there. Tidy that up a little bit. And that'll go there. Okay, so I'm going to turn the camera off. I'm going to stitch around, decide if I'm doing any stitching on the pockets. And part of the problem I'm having is I don't know how much decorating I'm going to do. So I'm like, do I stitch them now or do I stitch them later? Do I stitch them at all? So that's what I'm debating with. So I will do my stitching and I'll be back. Okay. I made some decisions, and before I started the stitching, I thought I would bring you along. I'm not going to stitch around the individual pockets. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue everything in place, and I'll show you what I'm going to do for my signature spine area. I'm just going to glue these down now that I've got my little moons. This one's going on here. And I noticed after I turned the video off that my writing's still on the outside of these pockets. I thought I covered them up. It's been a long day, what can I say? Okay. I think I need to, before I do this, I think I need to go ahead and glue this down. Yeah, because I can still stitch around that. I'm just guesstimating this for the middle. It's so bright outside with all that snow on the ground. Seems like every time we dig ourselves out, more comes. But we've been fairly lucky this winter. Last winter we hardly had anything at all, so we have no right to complain. Alright, so that's going there. I'm going to go ahead and put this one on. I wish I would have brought that print all the way up on here, but I didn't. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. Okay, this one I need to cut down some. A little bit. Better. Okay. this way. Oops. Getting delirious. I think I'm done with the gluing for now. What I'm going to do is, like I said, I'm going to stitch around. I wish I would have caught that before. I was thinking, oh, my journal's going to be there, so, oh well. I'm going to stitch around the perimeter of this. Let's see here. I think I want to do something before I do that. I made a decision. I'm going to put some ticking in my spine here. Let's see. Well, I might catch it on the... Alright. So, I need to cut that down. It's going to go here, and then that's where the signature is going to be sewn. And I'll use some of this for that. Hopefully the glue will come out. Surprisingly enough, it did. That'll just help to reinforce the spine as well. Not that that there is going to be a great amount of stress on it. It just makes me feel better. It's all about making me feel better. Oops. That's pretty good on that side. Okay, that's the last thing. Alright, so I'm going to do my stitching, and then I will come back and we'll put the closure and the signature in. I'll be back. Okay, final time for today. This is my little signature that I've made to put in the book. So I thought I would start by sewing it in. And it's just going to go right there. Get my husband's all out. All owl. Just center it basically. Oop. Oh, didn't think about that one, did I? There we go. Make sure I have my pages upright. I'm just going to, well, I'm just going to poke this. No, I'm just going to do this all at once. Let me just show you what I usually do. I don't want to use that paper clip because of this doily. I'm just going to clip that. I have this book that I bought at a secondhand store, and I started using it to sew signatures in way back when. And then I was like, oh, why did I ever do that? Look, can you see the alphabet on there? It's a manual of style. I could have used these pages. Well, I could probably still go in and tear out some of the pages, but I used this to poke my holes for signatures and journals. Oh, I usually just find a point. It's pretty much had its go around, as you can see. Trying to find the center point here. Yep. Get my needle off of me. In this one, of course, I'm just going to do 2 holes. I don't think. Yeah. Maybe I'll do 3 holes. No, I'll do 2. Just sort of get an idea of where you want to put it in. And just guesstimate. Rid of this. I got my needle and thread ready. That hole's a bit big for such a little book. I have ink all over my ink and glue. My fingers look disgusting. Okay. I'm going to look here. I think I'm just gonna, yeah, I'm gonna cut that. I don't, do I? No, I'm gonna leave that there for now, just in case I decide to put beads on there or something. Just wanna crease these pages. All right, so there's that. I want to put this stuff away. Get this out of the way. The last thing for today is my closure. I'm going to go with a basic wraparound. I've torn some ticking and I only had shorter lengths, so I've stitched it together so I can just wrap it around. Tomorrow what we will do, or what I will do, is have the ephemera for it, figure out what decor what elements I may want to add to it. That's about it. Let's see. I like this. I'm used to the small one. And the only thing I don't like, or haven't been able to figure out, is, you can't really measure with this thing. I'm just trying to see or judge if I'm approximately halfway. I have glasses in today instead of contacts. My eyes have changed. And I got new glasses. My contacts haven't come in. And with my new prescription for my glasses, my eyes are still adjusting. So if this is crooked, that's what I'm blaming it on. Because it couldn't be me, okay? I think I'm going to try to double this through. I don't know if I can or not, but I am going to try because this is pretty thick. I probably won't be able to after all of this. I know I'm not going to be able to. What I might have to do is, let's put one piece in, see if we can get that in. Yep, that went through, no problem. I might not be able to get through there. We did it. Alright. Looks like a mighty big tie for such a small journal, doesn't it? Let this turned, and I think I'm just going to tie that right there, since I can't get both of them through. Yeah. And then I'll just wrap this around. Or the other thing we could do is one way, one the other. That might be cute too. So, there's the project for today. Tomorrow the plan will be the ephemera and what extra embellishment we may want to do to this. Okay, so with that being said, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope that you come back tomorrow to see the end product. And as always, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. And like and comment. So see you tomorrow. Have a great Saturday, everybody. Bye-bye.